Krista and welcome to my channel. Today it is Punched Out Thursday and I'm using these papers here that I've had for quite a while. It's from a paper pad that I had from My Mind's Eye, and it's a boy collection, and it's just really nice, beautiful, like distressed paper, and I really love it. So I'm going to be using these two photos of my son, and what I did is I cut the pictures into a circle, and then I put another piece of paper from the pad to back them, also in a circle. And all I did is use a circle template, a bowl, whatever you have handy in your house. And I'm going to punch out this paper here with these different colored circles with my circle punches. And I'm using two different sizes. I can't remember the sizes, sorry, but you'll see them there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go up in a diagonal direction with the circles. And it turns out really cute. I decided to do some mixed media on this as well, because I recently got some new things for Christmas and at Christmas time, and I wanted to try them out. So I'm kind of dabbling into some super cool mixed media things that I want to try out on my new layouts. So this one turned out really good. I really like it a lot. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking my circles and I'm just figuring out where I'm going to put them and how I want them. And yeah. And now the paper that I'm using, the pattern paper that I'm using for everything to be placed on, the dots on it are blue, but you can't really tell through the camera, but they are like a baby blue color. So and the edges of the paper are like distressed, which I really like that type of look for these photos of my son. Now my son was he's going on 18 years old now, so this is when he was a baby. He was about 2 years old here, and yeah, he was about 1 or 2. So, and I'm trying to get all these photos scrapped, so I'm getting it done. But now, because I wanted to do mixed media on this paper was very thin. So what I did is I just taped it onto a regular white piece of cardstock. And now I'm going to go, I gessoed the paper first, and now I'm going to go in with my archival ink, and this is red geranium. And I'm going to use my stencil here, and I'm going to stencil on in the corner here the butterfly in half of this circle. And I really love this stencil. I can't remember where I got it, but I've had it for a while and I just never used it. And it's really super neat. See, I really love that. And now I'm going to go in with these other circles that are on here as well. They're kind of like two circles like on top of each other kind of. And they're like overlapping. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to go around the areas of the outside of where my pictures are going to be and my other circles that I punched out. So what I did is when I laid everything down, I just kind of used my pencil and marked where they're going to be, so I kind of know where to go with my stencil on the outside to so it kind of shows up and you'll see the circles. So I'm just going around and I'm just rubbing it through the stencil with my little brush, and these are just like makeup brushes. You can get them on Amazon. I've seen them in Tuesday Morning down the makeup aisle. I've also seen them at the dollar store, believe it or not. So you can pick them up anywhere. And this is the easiest way, I think, to kind of make a mixed media background. And the reason why I always gesso my paper first with clear gesso is because if I make a mistake, I want to be able to wipe it up. And it's also protecting my paper as well from anything like bleeding through, or if I was going to put anything wet on it, it kind of helps it not to tear the paper up. So it's completely up to you whether or not you want to use gesso, but I do use gesso. And now I'm just going in and I'm going to do another butterfly up here because I just felt like I wanted two of them. Because in the one photo you see my son is looking kind of upward and I want him to be looking up at the butterflies. So that's kind of what I was going for. So now I have this really cool stamp that's like bubbles. It looks like bubbles to me. And so what I'm doing is I'm just going on my ink pad and I'm just taking the rubber stamp and I'm just stamping it and then stamping it down in the different spots. Just like stamping wherever I feel I want it to be. There's no really wrong way of doing this. It's just kind of like where you want it. And that's all I'm doing. And some of it I'm stamping the first time and then I'm going in and stamping it on that piece of paper and then stamping it the second time because I don't want it as dark in some spots. So that's what you kind of do. So I'm just going in and stamping around and I'm kind of making this really cool design to kind of go around where my photos and all my little circles are going to go. So now that's done, and now I'm just going to go back and put everything in place so I kind of know where I want it. And I'm going to start taping things down. So while I'm doing that, I just wanted to remind you not to forget to check out the ladies that are also in Punched Out Thursday. I will have their links down below. And yeah, they've been doing like really cool stuff too. And I'm having really fun doing this series. I absolutely love it. And I keep challenging myself every week to do something different, add more to it. It's just really super fun to use and it gets you to use your punches. And that's the main thing, is using things that you wouldn't normally take out and use, or you forget that you have. And that I do a lot of times. I'll forget I have stamps. I'll forget I have my inks, my stencils, It's just, it gets you to, and it also gets you to come out of your comfort zone and try new and different things. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I've been watching a lot of videos of mixed media and other videos too, and these women that are just like so talented, and they make these beautiful, like gorgeous layouts. And if I could get half that good, I would be so happy. But little bit at a time, I'm just trying things here and there, and I hope you guys like it. And I mean, I really love the way this one turned out. It kind of really took me out of my comfort zone and made me try some stamping, which I don't stamp a lot, and I enjoyed stamping with this. I went a little crazy with the stamp, but that's okay because it turned out really great and I really like it. So now I'm just going and I'm distressing the edges of my circles so they kind of pop up off the page a little bit. I didn't want them to blend in with, my background. So you just distress the edges a little bit with my little distressing tool and my ink. And yeah, it's just a foam on the edge of my tool, and I just ink the edges with my black archival ink. And then you're going to see me come and I'll start taping things down. Now, I didn't go in with a lot of die cuts or ephemera because, of course, there's a lot going on here. So I didn't want to do too much. So first I'm going to go in and pop up my photos with some craft foam. And that's what you see me doing here. And then once I get those down, I'll start taping down my little circles the way that I want them. And then I just come in with a couple little things and that's really it. See how he's kind of looking up? So I have him kind of looking up like at the butterfly. And now I'm going to go in and tape down these circles as well. And some of them I pop up and some of them I just lay flat. And I'm just using my little foam dots that I have to pop these little ones up. And yeah, I really like the way it turned out. I can't stop saying that, I'm sorry. I just really do like it though. I think it looks really cool. And the colors went really well with the photos. So I like the colors that I picked. And I really like this paper pad. I forgot I had it until I moved into my craft room. And then I remembered I had it. And I'm like, wow, these would go really good with a lot of my son's baby photos. And so now I'm using it, which is a good thing. So I'm just finishing up, popping these up. And let's see, what else can I tell you? I have a lot of stickers like for babies and for boys. So I end up using a couple of them, not too much, because the colors didn't really go that well. That was more of a like really true blue and not like this faded blue and like this red color that I had going on here. So it didn't really match, but I will be able to use them with some of his other photos from when he was a baby. So I was kind of happy that I found those stickers too. See, like I have all these boy stickers, tons of them that I forgot I had. But I had this one that says, my little man, I believe it says. I can't really read it, sorry. And I had this one that says about him smiling and sweet smile. And another one is look at that face. And then I decided to go in with these little buttons to go on top of my little circles because they went really well and I liked them. And it just gave more dimension and more interest to the layout. So I ended up popping those up with some of my glue dots. And I just stuck them right on top of my circles. And I used blue ones and red ones, that dark red. And I also used that little heart you see in one of the circles. And then I'm going to come in with, right there, I'm going to come in with some brads. I had these little boy brads and I've had them forever. And I finally got to use them. So I really liked them because they had that antique finish that went around them. So I liked that because it wasn't like a gold or a silver. So I decided to pop those in. And this one said, oh boy. And then the other ones just have these really cute little designs on them that I end up sticking them on a couple of the other circles. I believe one was an airplane. And another brad was just like a little design. And I stuck those down as well. And I really loved the way it just gave a little more interest to the page and dimension. And there's amazing the things you can find when you're not really looking. So, and then I went in with some enamel dots. And I went in with these red ones from Bo Bunny. And then I think I go back and I take some out and I end up going in with my Nouveau drops and put in some black Nouveau drops. It's just the ebony black ones I end up using. But I did leave some of these enamel dots down. But I do go in with the black Nouveau drops. And just gave it a little more interest. And I like the black. It just brought more of it out on the page. And I believe that's it. After I finish these up. And that's the layout. And I really, really love the way this turned out, guys. I hope you do too. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love, love, love to have you. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And there's your close-ups are coming up. Yeah, see? And I really love the brads and the buttons. I think it really made the layout. The enamel dots, the nouveau drops, everything just came all together really nicely. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. I would love to have you, and please hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And I want to thank you for watching. And remember, stay crafty. Bye.